Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Alright guys, I couldn't resist picking up this collection. I love Girl Scout cookies. Who doesn't love Girl Scout cookies? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any this year. Every time we went looking for them, they were sold out or the girls weren't there because the weather was bad. I was so disappointed. But when I saw that Hipdot was collaborating, as they typically do, with a different franchise, and Girl Scouts was it, I was all over this. I knew I had to pick it up because I couldn't get any cookies this year, so this is my way of showing support for the Girl Scouts of the US. Here is the PR box, the collector's box that I picked up. This is available right now on the Hipdot website. That is the only place, I believe, where you can find it, but Hipdot is sold online at Ulta, and I'm pretty sure the collection will be heading over there in the next few days, maybe a couple weeks, but Hipdot usually sends their products over there. So in this box, it retails for $84, but I think I got a discount. I think I had a discount code. There are 2 eyeshadow palettes, 2 eye brushes, and 3 lip balms, which I am dying to use these lip balms. I thought this was a really cute collection. If you buy everything individually, it is relatively moderately priced. The palettes retail for $16 each, and I believe there are 6-pan eyeshadow palettes. It's hard for me to remove it. Here we go. So let's take a look at it. This one is the Coconut Caramel Pigment Palette. Yes, 6 eyeshadows. You do get a mirror up here. I thought this was a beautiful color story. I like that this gray is included. We usually don't see a gray with these mauve tones over here, so I'm happy to see that. I like that they have a matte black in here as well. And then here is the, oh my goodness, I cannot wait for this. And here are the lip balms. So this is sold as a trio, and these retail for $20 for all 3. The eyeshadow brushes, let me take those out. Here are the 2 different eyeshadow brushes that you get in the collection. So we'll definitely be trying these out today. And here is the second eyeshadow palette. This one is the Thin Mints Pigment Palette. It opens the same way. And I'm sure you can already see why I got this one, because we have a couple green shades in there. I can't wait. I cannot wait to play with this collection. Does this have a scent? No, the eyeshadows do not have a scent. Let's try one of the lip balms first. Now, these are tinted lip balms, which I am super excited about. Let's start first with the Coconut Caramel one. Ooh, that's a pretty shade. So right now I just have a clear lip oil on. Let me just kind of spread that out. My lips are feeling a little chapped. This doesn't smell. I don't taste anything. I don't smell anything. Oh, that's disappointing. All right, so here's Coconut Caramel, the tinted lip balm. I'm disappointed that it doesn't smell or it doesn't taste like a Girl Scout cookie. I mean, you would think you're collabing with the Girl Scouts. Hello, make some of the products smell and taste like the cookies, but okay. Nevertheless, we're gonna proceed. I'm gonna be creating 2 looks, one with each palette. And of course, I will be using the other 2 tinted lip balms in the video. We're gonna try everything out. We're gonna see if this is worth your time and your money. And of course, I will have all the makeup that I'm using, both on and off camera, linked and listed in the description box of today's video. Some of those things might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I'm excited for this one, guys. If y'all want to see the new Girl Scouts and Hipdot collaboration in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, I've already primed my eyelids using the newly reformulated Too Faced Shadow Insurance. That is my primer of the moment. Now it's time to go into the Coconut Caramel. Since I have the lip balm on, let's go in with this palette first. And what are we gonna do? I definitely have to use this gray. I think that is so cool that they included the gray. Now I'm just realizing this because obviously I haven't swatched it out yet. These are all matte shades. 6 matte shades. Okay, and let me see on this one. This palette, we get 1 matte shade. Oh, so that is really interesting. I might want to pull in a shimmer. I have these ColourPop Jelly Much shadows sitting here on my desk, so I might bring one of those in just because I don't always like creating all matte looks, although I do think they're very beautiful. So let's just start with this shade. I'm going to try and use all 6 shades. So let's try and put this in the crease. This one is called Brave. And this brush is called Girl Scout S'mores. Now this brush feels very, very flimsy. Not, you know, the most high end of brushes, but okay, I think it's working for what we wanted. I'm just gonna put the shade on the brow bone as well. Just take it all the way up. It's a nice brightening shade, a very like pale pink. So that's brightening up the inner corner as well. I like that. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the shade Confident. Same brush. Oh, that's a nice shade. Nice transition shade. I might end up using the matte black as a eyeliner. Let's see. I'm thinking I'm gonna reserve the gray for the lower lash line, like a combination of the gray and the deepest maroon or burgundy shade in here. Let me know if you were a Girl Scout. I wasn't a Girl Scout. I believe my mom was, but I wasn't. I was involved in I guess kind of like the Girl Scouts, but for my church. And so like I grew up in that. So I like the shade, guys. I think it's blending out really well. I will say I've only experienced one other Hipdot palette and it worked great. It was the Clueless palette. I got like the collection. I got the lip glosses, I got the face palette and the eyeshadow palette. I thought they did a great job with that collection and I really liked the formula. And this is performing no different. Look at how smooth that looks. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna move into this other brush. This other brush is called Girl Scout Toast Yay. And I'm gonna do Trailblazer. If I don't like the way this brush performs or these brushes perform, I'm gonna switch over to like my BK or Rephr. Just because, you know, I wanna make sure the shadows perform well. I don't think the brushes are a necessity, but I think the palettes might be if they do good. And especially if you grew up a Girl Scout, or maybe your daughter is a Girl Scout, your grandchildren are Girl Scouts, nieces. That's a pretty shade. That is blending out really well. That's really nice. And this brush did a good job. Same brush. I'm just going down the road. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. The shade is called Risk Taker. Another beautiful shade. I'm going to go back in with the shade Confident. All right, now I'm going to go in with the shade Kind on this smaller brush. I'm going to focus that down here. I'm not taking it all the way to the inner corner. Now on a Rephr 3, I'm going in with Risk Taker, and I'm going to keep that really close to the lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to clean off that brush, and I'm going to go in with the matte black, which is called Free. And I'm going to use that right up here. Kind of just tight line the lash line with it. I'm not done up here. I probably should have done this at the end, but I'm just gonna stop right here. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop Jelly Much shadow. This is the one I tried last weekend. This is the shade Mystical. It's from that collection that just landed at Ulta. And I'm using a Rephr 28 to apply. Perfect complement. Now in a BK207, I'm going in with the first shade Brave, which is that very like white, pale pink. All right, guys, I'm gonna add some mascara, probably just touch up this black shadow, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look. All right, guys, here's the completed look number 1 with the Coconut Caramel palette. What do you guys think? The mascara I'll be using in today's video is the e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara. For the lower waterline, I went in with the bPerfect. This is the Potted Glossy Matte Gel Liner, and it's obviously purple. This is the shade Mogul. And, of course, I went in with the ColourPop Jelly Much shadow. This one is in the shade Mystical. The wing, the black, is the black shadow that is in the palette. And that's about it, guys. I love the way this look turned out, guys. It was so easy to work with these shadows as well. I had to do this purple liner in the waterline because I was just looking at all the purple here on the cover. But I love the way that it turned out. Let's move over to the left eye. And we're going to start working with the green palette. This is the Thin Mints palette. Okay, now for the Thin Mints palette, I think I'm going to focus on the browns for the lid and then the greens for the lower lash line. So I'm going to start first with this shade right here. This shade is called Leader. And I'm using the same brush that came with the collection. This is the blending brush. And guys, I forgot to mention, I did change into this lip balm. This is the Girl Scout Lemon Lip Balm. And that's what the shade looks like, and that's what I'm currently wearing. What are some of your favorite Girl Scout cookies? I love the lemon. I think they're the lemonades. Those are some of my favorites. And then the ones that are, I forget the name, but they're the peanut butter, like a peanut butter sandwich one. I love those as well. And just the plain shortbread, those are good too. I'm not really a big Thin Mints person. I mean, I do like them, but they're not like my all-time favorite. This is a really pretty shadow. It has like a grungy green undertone. I don't know if you can see that coming through on camera, but I can see it here in person. Now I'm going to bring in a rougher brush because I just want to use brushes I know that are going to work. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This one is called Friend. And this is a rougher 14. Now with the same rougher brush, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade. This one is called Chocolate. I'm going to bring that on the lid as well. Not all the way, but kind of just halfway. These are some nice shadows. Like really, these are pretty good. Now with that same rougher 14, I'm just cleaning it off. I'm going back in with the first shade I used called Leader. Just gonna blend a little bit better up here. I feel like that brush that I used didn't do that good of a job blending. I think I'll get more use out of the other brush, the smaller one. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the only shimmer shade. This one is called Changemaker. I'm taking that on a damp Morphe M124. That is really pretty, guys. I like the way that looks. All right, let's dive into the greens. I'm gonna start first with the darker one. This one is called Sister, and then I'm gonna place Mint right below it. Taking Sister on a rougher 26. Love that. Love these greens so much. I feel like there's a grungy vibe to this palette. And I think if you get it and you start working with it, I think you'll see what I mean. I don't know if it necessarily translates that much over camera, but I feel like there's a little bit of a grungy undertone to it. Just adding some of the darker brown right here, this little corner I always miss. All right, guys, I'm gonna add some liner mascara and I'll be right back to show you this completed look. Alright guys, here's the completed second look. I did change lip colors. I put the last one on, the one that matches with this palette. This is Thin Mints. That's what it looks like. Really nice, nice shades. They're all very complimentary of each of the palettes, all very neutral shades. I added some Shot Miss A Artista liner right here, the shade Brown. This is a brush tip eyeliner. And for the lower waterline, I went in with LA Girl Neon Shockwave liner in the shade Gottcha, one of my favorites. And this is the look. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video, share with you guys my final thoughts on this Girl Scout and Hipdot collection. Okay guys, first and foremost, I think this is a really cute collection. I think we have a little bit of everything to where it's not an overwhelming collection. And who doesn't love the Girl Scouts? Who doesn't love Girl Scout cookies? Again, I am so upset that I wasn't able to get Girl Scout cookies this year. I usually buy a couple boxes every year just to show support to the organization. I will have the Girl Scout website in the description box of today's video. In case you're unfamiliar with the Girl Scouts, you can take a look on their website, and maybe they even sell cookies online. I'm gonna have to check that out. But for me, the standout winners are definitely the eyeshadow palettes. I love the formula. This is a really good formula, and I don't know why I didn't remember that this was an all matte palette. This is the coconut, or what was it? Yeah, the coconut caramel palette. This is a really pretty color story, and this is a really good formula. I like a little bit of sparkle, so that's why I added the ColourPop Jelly Mud Shadow, and just because I have it up here staring at me, I might as well use it, right? But this is a beautiful color story, and all the shadows perform so well, and I do love that we get a mirror and we get a picture of the cookie right here, and it does have the name of the palette down here as well, and that's what it looks like on the front. I do want to point out that back here it says it's animal tested free, vegan, paraben free, talc free, mineral oil free, and it lasts for 24 months after opening. Love this palette. The other one, the green one, the Thin Mints palette, I mean, it's green. You guys know I love green. This to me really has a grungy undertone to it. So let me know if you feel the same way if you end up picking this up. I'm really hoping this collection hits Ulta really soon. If not, everything is on stock right now on the Hipdot website. And everything that it says on the back of this palette is exactly what I just read on this one, so I'm not going to read it again. But really nice color story, very earthy color story. I mean, it has green, of course. What's not to love about this palette? If you haven't tasted Thin Mints, I know the Dollar Tree does like imitation Girl Scout cookies. I haven't tried them yet. I kind of don't want to, but you can find knockoff Girl Scout cookies. Of course, they're not labeled Girl Scout cookies, but they're inspired by Girl Scout cookies at the Dollar Tree, to where you can try Thin Mints. I think you can even try the coconut caramel ones. I think I've seen them there. The lip balms, let's talk about these lip balms because I think these are really interesting. I don't think they feel like a lip balm. I think they just feel like a soft matte lipstick. So here is the coconut caramel one. The good thing about these guys is they're all very neutral shades. Really cute. I mean, nothing fancy. I believe this is all made of recyclable packaging as well. Does it say? It doesn't say it on here, but I'm sure it is, especially if it's cardboard. This one is the lemon lip balm, and then of course the one that I'm wearing right now is the Thin Mints lip balm. So we have some warm and cool tones in these lip balms. I thought they were really cute. The only thing I'm disappointed about is that they don't taste or they don't smell like the cookies, and I kind of think they should have. And last but not least, the eyeshadow brushes. For me, this brush was the dud in the entire collection. This one was okay. I'll definitely be using this one in the future, but this one is just a little too flimsy. Didn't really like the way it blended the shadow in particular on this eye, so I probably won't be reaching for this one too much, but you'll definitely see me using the smaller one going forward. So that's it, guys. That is the entire Girl Scouts and Hipdot collection. Let me know your thoughts now. What did you think of this collaboration? I am a fan of like food themed makeup and just themed makeup in general. I like to see collaborations. I'm one of those that fits my taste, but I know a lot of you out there, you don't like these type of collaborations with like cereal brands. For example, the Frosted Flakes and Glamlight collaboration, and maybe now with this, the Girl Scouts and Hipdot collaboration. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you guys like collaborations? Do you mind them, or do you just kind of stay clear of them? I thought it was a great collection. I thought it was really cute, and I really like that Hipdot collaborated with Girl Scouts. It's just a fantastic organization that really helps to promote leadership and confidence in our young women. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Which look did you like best? Are you going to be picking any of these things up? Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.